Southwest passenger loses it. Remember the days when you could light up on the plane? Tell it to Valerie Corbello. The 24-year-old was on a Southwest flight from Portland to Sacramento on Saturday when she started itching for a square. Only problem, the plane was in mid-flight. Corbello went into the bathroom and actually tried to tamper with the smoke detector. That's always a good idea. When other passengers and crew discovered Corbello was trying to smoke, they busted into the bathroom and pulled her out. The 24-year-old was ordered back to her seat, and that's when she lost it. She started yelling, ripped an oxygen mask from the ceiling, and started threatening to off everyone on board and demanding the plane land. Corbello also shoved a flight attendant and had to be physically restrained for the remainder of the flight. She was arrested at the gate and transported to Sacramento County Jail. She was charged with making criminal threats. Please direct your attention to the following videos.
Southwest Airlines flight grounded for flaming wing. A Southwest flight from D-Town to St. Louis was grounded after a passenger happened to notice the wing was on fire right before takeoff. David Fedor was enjoying the back of the plane on Flight 1863 last Thursday when his spider sense started tingling. He heard a loud thud, kind of like landing gear engaging, but when he looked out the window, he saw flames coming from the bottom of the wing. According to Fedor, the flight had about 80 people, but he had the rear mostly to himself. Apparently, no one else noticed the fire, so he got up from his seat and calmly alerted a flight attendant. At first, the flight attendant told him to sit down, but then she came back and saw the flames for herself. She alerted the pilots and they turned the plane back. The passengers got off and then either booked another flight or were given a refund. Southwest did acknowledge there was a fire and, in a statement, said, "While there were no indications of anything abnormal, our mechanics are repairing the aircraft and the plane currently remains in maintenance." Really? No indications of anything abnormal?
French company decides face-to-face airplane seating. A French manufacturer of aircraft passenger seats has filed a patent for a new seating design that would increase cabin capacity by having passengers face each other. The design is being met with strong objection by potential travelers. Zodiac Seats France's latest design, called Economy Class Cabin Hexagon, alternates the cabin seats between facing forward and facing backwards in order to increase cabin density. The bottoms of the seat can be folded up, allowing passengers to access the middle and window seats. The company claims that the new design can increase space for the shoulder and arm areas, as well as give each passenger 4 more inches of leg room. However, the company says it has no plans to put the new design into production at the moment.
Airbus files a patent for stacked passenger seating. French aircraft maker Airbus is foretelling the possible future of air travel, whether you like it or not, with designs for cabin seating wherein flyers would be arranged in alternating rows on upper and lower levels. Hoping to make better use of unused upper lobe space in wide-bodied models such as the A380, Airbus has filed patents in Europe and the United States for split-level seating configurations. With what the company calls mezzanine seating, more passengers could recline to a flat lying position. The proposed seating configurations would allow airlines to fit more people into a plane than they do currently. The economic benefits to airlines are obvious, but flyers may not be ready for these controversial ideas. Floating weird seating arrangements is nothing new for Airbus. Last year, it filed a patent for standing saddle seats.
Southwest flight makes emergency landing after engine blows. Southwest Flight 3472 narrowly avoided tragedy thanks to its pilot's quick response to a mid-air blast. The plane was 25 minutes into a flight from New Orleans to Orlando on Saturday when a loud explosion erupted from the left engine. Smoke was coming from the ruined engine, its metal parts flapping in the wind while the plane shook violently. The plane began falling, and panic set in as oxygen masks deployed inside the cabin. The aircraft was tilting dangerously to one side and descending rapidly, dropping 20,000 feet in less than 10 minutes. Startled passengers were crying and screaming and feared it was the end. But the crew remained calm, and pilots soon managed to stabilize the plane. The Boeing 737 aircraft made an emergency landing in Pensacola minutes later, where the 99 passengers and 5 crew members disembarked safely. Southwest Airlines has yet to specify what caused the engine failure, but is working with the Federal Aviation Administration and National Transportation Safety Board to investigate.